All right, so we're listening to Secular Talk. Kyle Kalinske goes on a serious fucking rant. It's funny, it's serious, and it's one of the first rants where it seems like he has awakened a bit more. Maybe his political college stuff would be pushed aside for the betterment for the future so he can see things clearly. But during it, after the whole thing and stuff, Sidra had this question. What happened to Bill Maher? Like, what happened to him? Maybe the corporate Dems got to him. Maybe the Republicans got to him. You know, that's not what she said, but it's a good speculation. And I'm like, you don't know what happened to Bill Maher? She's like, no. I'm like, you don't know what happened? No, I don't. Nothing happened to Bill Maher. Nothing. And she's looking at me from the kitchen. Nothing happened to Bill Maher. It happened to us. We woke up a bit. Now we stopped watching Bill Maher because we got rid of cable. I mean, we had Dish. And it was like, like $80-some a month? I think when we was living with mom and dad, it was $119 a month for them. We were, it started off at about 60 something. And then after some months after that, time limit went away, it went up to like 80 something. And then I think by the time we got rid of it, it was like 100, 102. So, we got tired of paying for channels that we don't watch. And we got rid of Dish. So we got rid of Bill Maher. We watched Bill Maher. He made sense. It all made sense. Not because, he's leftist. No, Bill Maher, just things made sense. New rules and things. It was funny. It made sense. But we also did not have the internet like we do today. Young Turks at the time, this is just 4 and 5 and 6 years ago, was still growing out of that thing where the paid media was calling it an onion show. It's not to be taken serious. So people immediately see the Young Turks when they go through the internet on subjects, they turn away from them and they will not take them serious and stuff like that. They'll hear or see secular talk and it's like, oh, you secular, that means you're against religion. So we're not going to listen to you because you're just talking about anti-religious stuff. Bill Maher didn't change. We changed. And if we watched an episode of Bill Maher, if we watched it, we would sit down, we would get cozy, we would chill, and we would turn on our thinking caps, but not in the way you think. Now I'm looking at it while I'm talking. We would just listen, and whatever Bill Maher and his guests have to say, we would just take it in. So while those guests, we know nothing of Bernie Sanders. We knew nothing of Bernie Sanders other than what little airtime he may have gotten, which his airtime was what? Talking about Hillary Clinton, talking about Donald Trump. It was not talking about his proposals too much. So if we listened to Bill Maher today and knew nothing of Bernie Sanders and what he's really fighting for, we don't watch Young Turk secular talk or anything like that, we would honestly think, man, yeah, what that woman said, he is a self-absorbed, arrogant old man. I mean, obviously he's talking about himself a lot. Bill Maher would make jokes. They make jokes. You'd be like, Bernie must be some crazy kook or something. I don't know why anyone's listening to him. And then if he's on Young Turks and we go through it and we're like, okay, Bernie Sanders is on Young Turks. What's the point? Well, I don't even know what Young Turks. Okay, that's that comedy show thing. I guess they're going to make fun of Bernie Sanders or something. So we listen. And if we did listen, okay, we would be like, okay, Bernie wants a lot of stuff for us. What the fuck? What was Bill Maher talking about? That would then make us wonder, what have we been listening to? What the hell is Bill Maher talking about? Why is he talking about it like this? Okay, I don't even ask that question what anyone's talking about because I do know the subject. So you don't hear me say, what are you talking about? I don't. But to hear Kyle Kalinske talk about Hillary the way he did in opposition of what that woman on Bill Maher was talking about against Bernie, then you're like, you're right. How can Hillary and her call anyone a self-absorbed old person in general when you talk about yourself, you write your book and you're going to sell your book and talk about how everyone is to blame but you, and yet you have the nerve to call anyone else self-absorbed and arrogant. And so that's what happens. Nothing happened to Bill Maher. He hasn't sold out. Bill Maher, like anybody else that is an old school Democrat fan, they are going to talk about politics the way they remember. And Hillary Clinton is basically the celebrity politician. And to me, there's no such thing as a good politician. There can't be, because to be a politician, you have to be a terrorist. You have to hold, politicians are to hold things up for ransom for other stuff. They gamble and play around with everyone else's lives while they jock for position to get money from the donors, holding everything up. Bill Maher gets that, but he's like, look, you can fight the system or work within the system. And you're going to work within the system. And working within the system is getting his bills paid, is making him a whole lot of money. So Bill Maher is doing what anyone would do. Your mom, my mom and dad, they would definitely watch Bill Maher and be like, yeah, he makes great points. He knows what he's got guests that know a thing or two about Bernie Sanders. And we would be like, no, they don't know anything about Bernie Sanders. And if they do know, that's why they're talking like this, because they're scared of him and his message. That's what the issue is.
Bill Maher and those, I'm right here. Bill Maher and those two guests were talking about everyone should forget about Hillary and Bernie because that race is over. The election is over. But the problem is the election didn't solve the problems. You know, it's like the election is a great horse race. You bring out your prize stud or mare and get them all brushed and shiny and nice little sash, and they run and they win and everybody goes home. And, you know, people who win who lost their gambling bet are still broke. The only person who is still fighting the fight after losing the race is Bernie. What did Hillary do? She, you know, went recluse for a while. Went away, wrote a fucking book about how everybody fucked up her campaign but her, and now she's out there, man, making money. That's it, making more money, getting more donations to her foundation, probably giving more fucking speeches, but the only person left fighting the fight is Bernie. That libertarian is gone, Jill Stein's gone, Hillary's being the bitch. All that's left is Bernie, and that's all I got to see.
That's what we're faced with. All we got left that's fighting is Bernie. Where did Elizabeth Warren go? Where did she go? What happened when the chips got down? She had to make a choice. Bernie or Hillary? Who did she choose? That's why if she ran for president, I doubt I vote for her because I can't trust someone like that. Bill Maher is speaking within the context of things that we grew out of. Or, you know what? I would say grew out of. That's probably one of the worst things to say because no, you just, you evolve from it. You go beyond it. You hear the other arguments. You listen to what others have to say. You think about it. You don't do the tribalism. Well, they all for Bernie or they're all for Hillary. They're all for Elizabeth. And you choose which one is the most popular and you go with it. That's the worst thing you could do. Bill Maher is going with Hillary because she is the most popular thing. And she is set to run again in 2020. She is still building everything up to run again in 2020 where they'll say, yeah, she has a good shot. We'll finally get her in. People are urging Hillary. They're urging someone to win that has none of their best interest at heart. None.
It's a waste of money.
It's a waste of money, time, effort. And for everyone that's like, I'm with her, so I'm against you, you have fucked yourselves. Because once you do that, you have fucked yourself. If you're like, I'm with Bernie because I'm against Hillary, you have fucked yourself. You need to be for you and vote for the politician that favors you. These racists are doing it. Donald Trump didn't stand a chance to win. You all know that, right? He didn't have a chance to win, not one. These racists went out there and voted for Trump. So that means he got a quarter of the country. And then he got more just because people was like, Hillary is evil, because they woke up. And when they woke up, they got shocked. And what happens when you get shocked? You're like, Trump, the racist who hates me and everything and only want corporations to win. Hillary, who's the exact same. Except we know what she's been doing. So after that, what you got? You got Hillary who says, well, look, you gotta, you gotta let the corporations do what they gotta do. And you got your corporation face and you got your public face. And, you gotta say what you say to the public to get them on your side, but you gotta give the corporation whatever they want, which is what she was going to do, which is what was in her speech. It's like, look, you guys are the bankers. You know what you're doing. I'm gonna give you free reign. Trump is like, I don't need bankers. I don't need corporations. I don't need anything. I got my own money. I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do, and we're going to drain the swamp. So people's like, that's right. He is rich. He is wealthy. He was lying about that. He's rich, but he ain't wealthy. So they went to Trump. That's why he got as many votes. He didn't get the majority of the votes. Trump got 3 million less votes. 3 million. Like Danny DeVito, just say it with me. 3 million less votes. And he won by a whole lot more points. I don't know. I think like 6 points or some shit like that. But Trump won despite not having the votes. And that's a Democrat electoral college. The Democrats put that in. Backfire. So that's what people need to really think about. Who is on your side? Bill Maher has his side. He's going to choose Hillary. He's going to have guests up there that will talk for Hillary. And when you watch that segment, watch Kyle Kalinski's show. Watch it. I mean, you get to hear that mess. The last thing on Bill Maher, those people were cheering. It was cheering as this woman was just dumping on Bernie Sanders. I'm like, and my first question when they started cheering, do you even know what the fuck you're cheering for? You're cheering against a guy that had your interest in heart, not his. And you want to brag for and boast for a female that didn't give shit one about you. You're a girl, so you vote for Hillary. You vote for a woman that don't even care about women. Good luck with that. Look, that's all I got to say. I could just beat this into the ground, be like a dead horse, and then beat it some more, bury it, stomp on the ground, light the ground on fire, and then drop a bomb on it, exposing it and everything, and then beat on it some more. I could do that. I'm not. I'm out. Sedrik, Cannady, Sidra, Owens, Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.